One of the questions I get asked most of the time is, what happens to your body, specifically your prostate, if you masturbate every single day? Many men come in worried because of what they've read online. Claims that it's harmful, that it causes inflammation, damage, or long-term problems. That kind of fear-based information is everywhere, and it's understandable that it raises concern. So, let's slow this down and look at what the science actually tells us. Today, I'm going to walk you through the evidence clearly. And while the answer may surprise you, it's very different from what most men have been led to believe. To answer that question properly, the first thing I usually do is explain what the prostate actually is and what it does, because that context removes a lot of unnecessary fear. The prostate is a small, walnut-sized gland that's part of the male reproductive system. Its primary function is to produce prostatic fluid, which helps nourish and transport sperm, and ultimately becomes part of semen. Anatomically, it sits just below the bladder and in front of the rectum, surrounding the urethra. Despite its size, the prostate plays an important role in male health, particularly as men get older. And because it's so closely associated with urinary symptoms, sexual function, and cancer risk, it's also a major source of anxiety for many men. The most common concerns I hear are that frequent masturbation can wear out the prostate, cause chronic inflammation known as prostatitis, or even increase the risk of prostate cancer. Those worries are understandable. Prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers in men, so anything that seems like it could influence that risk is taken very seriously. Eventually, researchers began asking a more practical question, not whether masturbation was good or bad, but whether ejaculation frequency had any measurable effect on prostate health over time. To answer that, large, long-term studies were designed to observe real outcomes in men, rather than relying on speculation. What those studies showed was stunning. Instead of supporting the fears many men had, the results pointed in a very different direction. The data forced researchers to rethink some long-held assumptions about masturbation and the prostate. So, what did they actually find? And what does that mean for your health in practical terms? From the landmark study published with an update in European Urology. This wasn't a small or short-term study. Researchers followed nearly 32,000 men for close to 2 decades. The men were given a questionnaire in 1992, and they were followed through 2010, carefully tracking lifestyle factors and long-term health outcomes. One of the variables they examined was ejaculation frequency. When the data was analyzed, the results were clear and consistent. Men who reported ejaculating more frequently had a lower risk of developing prostate cancer over time. To put numbers to it, men who ejaculated 21 or more times per month had a significantly reduced risk compared to men who reported ejaculating 4 to 7 times per month. Depending on age group, the reduction in risk was in the range of about 20 to 30%. This finding is important because it runs counter to many of the fears men have been told for years. Rather than showing harm, the data suggested a potential protective association. And this wasn't an isolated result. Similar patterns have been observed in other large studies, including research conducted in Australia, which found comparable links between ejaculation frequency and prostate cancer risk. Now, why does this happen? How could something as simple as regular ejaculation influence prostate health? Researchers have proposed several explanations, and the one most widely discussed is called the prostate stagnation hypothesis. To put it simply, you can think of the prostate's ducts like tiny pipes. Over time, these ducts can accumulate old cells, secretions, and other substances. The idea is that regular ejaculation helps to flush out the prostate, clearing away material that might otherwise linger, contribute to inflammation, or create conditions that could increase the risk of cellular changes associated with cancer. In essence, it acts as a natural cleansing mechanism for the gland. The second theory focuses on cellular health. Every time a cell divides, there's a small chance that a genetic error can occur, a mutation that over time could contribute to cancer. The idea is that frequent ejaculation may help the prostate maintain a healthier cycle of cellular turnover. By encouraging the gland to replace older cells with new, healthy ones more efficiently, it reduces the window of opportunity for potentially cancerous cells to take hold and multiply. A third explanation involves stress and inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a known risk factor for many types of cancer. Interestingly, ejaculation is associated with a reduction in tension and psychological stress. By helping to lower stress levels, it may also reduce the body's overall inflammatory response, creating a healthier internal environment for the prostate. This effect, combined with the other mechanisms, helps explain why regular ejaculation can be beneficial for long-term prostate health. When you look at all of this together, the picture becomes clear. Regular ejaculation, whether through sex or masturbation, seems to support prostate health in several ways. It helps clear out the gland, promotes healthy cellular turnover, and may reduce inflammation. Taken together, these effects contribute to a healthier prostate over the long term and provide important insights into reducing cancer risk. Understanding this can be reassuring because it shows that normal sexual activity is not only safe, but potentially beneficial for prostate health. Now, you might be thinking, this is incredible. Does that mean frequent ejaculation is a magic bullet, a guaranteed way to prevent prostate cancer? The short answer is no. It's important to be clear. These studies show a strong association, but not a direct cause and effect relationship. What does that mean in practice? While higher ejaculation frequency is linked to lower prostate cancer risk, other factors also play a role. For instance, men who ejaculate more often may also have healthier overall lifestyles, and that combination could contribute to the reduced risk. The key takeaway is that ejaculation frequency is likely one important piece of a much larger puzzle when it comes to prostate health. It's not a license to ignore other aspects of your health. Think of it as a useful tool in your toolbox, but you still need all the other tools. First, diet plays a key role. Eating plenty of fruits and vegetables, along with healthy fats, is strongly associated with better prostate health. Certain foods are especially beneficial. For example, those rich in lycopene, like tomatoes, watermelon, and grapefruit. Green tea and foods high in omega-3 fatty acids, such as fatty fish, are also excellent choices. Second, exercise is essential. Staying physically active helps you maintain a healthy weight, which is particularly important because obesity is a known risk factor for more aggressive forms of prostate cancer. Even 30 minutes of moderate activity most days of the week can make a meaningful difference in your overall prostate health. Third, avoid smoking and limit alcohol consumption. Both are linked to an increased risk of various cancers and can negatively affect overall health. And perhaps most importantly, be proactive about your prostate health. No lifestyle habit can replace regular medical checkups. This is especially crucial for men over 40 or 50, or for those with a family history of prostate cancer. Talk to your doctor about screening options, such as the PSA blood test. These checkups are the most effective way to detect potential issues early. So, let's bring it back to the question we started with. What does daily masturbation actually do for your prostate? The evidence from high-quality research shows that, contrary to the myths and fears, it is not harmful. In fact, regular ejaculation may be one of the simplest, most natural ways to support long-term prostate health. Of course, it's not a cure. It cannot replace a balanced lifestyle or regular medical checkups. But when combined with healthy habits, it can be a supportive part of maintaining prostate health over time. If this video gave you clarity about prostate health, take a moment to like it. It helps more people get access to evidence-based information. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos where we break down common men's health questions with real science. I also want to hear from you. What men's health myths or questions have been on your mind? Drop them in the comments and we may explore them in an upcoming video. Take care of your health, and I'll see you in the next one.